Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. Now, as an agricultural consultant, I spend a ton of time talking directly with experienced farm managers just like you. And let's be real, you already know the intense pressures we're dealing with out in the fields right now. We're talking unpredictable climate volatility, severe labor shortages that just won't quit, and skyrocketing input costs. So you definitely don't need another lecture on the problems. What you actually need are real actionable solutions. That's exactly why today I'm laying out a practical, ROI-focused blueprint for integrating the absolute newest agricultural technologies into your farm, and we're going to do it without disrupting your day-to-day operations.
So let's just dive right into this core question. Because look, farm managers don't want flashy buzzwords. You want to know exactly how a tool works, what it's going to cost you, and most importantly, how it actually protects and grows your bottom line. We're going to approach all of this strictly through the lens of modernizing your operations intelligently.
Here is our roadmap for today. We'll start with the smart farming baseline, move on to precision crop and soil tech, then automated livestock management, solving the labor gap, dual-use land through agrivoltaics, and finally we'll wrap up with your tech adoption roadmap. Okay, Section 1, the smart farming baseline.
I absolutely love this quote from the ICL group. It hits the nail on the head because it emphasizes that ag tech is no longer just experimental or speculative. These innovations are deeply grounded in the everyday realities of modern farming. They are literally built to tackle your real constraints, and they are delivering measurable, undeniable impact out in the field right now.
Moving right along to Section 2, precision crop and soil tech.
Okay, so let's talk about the essential tech tools for managing soil health and crop yields. We're looking at specific software platforms specifically designed for monitoring your resource usage and spotting crucial crop health trends. And for 2026, the emerging trends are pretty incredible. You've got Pharma handling satellite, mineral detection, and soil moisture analytics. Then there's Arvorome, which brings AI-driven pest control and early warning systems right to your phone. We also have Cropin for tracking regenerative soil health data, and Helios for forecasting market prices. These platforms are absolute game changers because they give you real-time data analytics from satellites, meaning you can catch a pest outbreak or a nutrient deficiency way before it ever has the chance to decimate your yield.
Now, the crucial point here is efficiency. By integrating smart irrigation systems that actually use real-time soil moisture sensors combined with climate weather data, you can cut your water use by up to 50% compared to traditional methods. 50%! That means you are watering only when and exactly where it's absolutely needed. This is a perfect example of how these tools directly improve farm efficiency. You're drastically lowering your input costs while maximizing the resources you have.
And let's talk about how that real-time data directly impacts your yields. Precision agriculture and AI-driven advisory systems can actually boost your crop yield percentages by 18 to 20%. Add smart irrigation to the mix, and that's another 14% potential increase. When you sit down and calculate the specific return on investment for your chosen farm tech, detailing the massive cost-saving benefits of using less water and less fertilizer right alongside the clear revenue opportunities of these higher yields, well, the ROI becomes incredibly obvious.
Let's jump into Section 3, automated livestock management. This brings us to precision livestock farming, or PLF, and this definition really captures the whole goal. We're using signal analysis and data to regain that incredibly detailed per-animal knowledge that you'd normally only get in older, smaller-scale farming, except now we're applying it on a massive commercial scale. It's all about treating the herd with individual precision. To do this, we're using specific wearable sensors. For instance, activity collars that constantly gather biometric data to track animal health and productivity. Meanwhile, automated feeders are delivering perfectly programmed feed rations, and robotic milkers are saving you immense amounts of time. There are even automated health detection sensors, like specialized microphones in barns, that can detect respiratory issues, like pneumonia in pigs, days before they spread to the rest of the herd. These tools directly improve your farm's efficiency because they are constantly monitoring animal health, meaning you don't need 24/7 human observation anymore.
Which brings us to Section 4, solving the labor gap.
2.4 million. Take a second to process that. That is the staggering number of farm jobs that need to be filled annually across the industry. This severe lack of available labor is the exact reason why field robotics and autonomous machinery usage are moving so rapidly out of the experimental phases and directly into commercial adoption on farms today.
For example, AI-powered robotic weeders use machine vision to identify and eradicate weeds without ever disturbing your valuable crops. And hey, they never complain about the summer heat, right? Not only do they step in to replace missing manual labor, but they apply herbicides with such surgical precision that you can reduce your chemical inputs by 70 to 95%. That is a massive cost-saving benefit straight to your bottom line.
So what does this actually mean for you? It means that autonomous machinery, things like self-driving tractors and crop-specific robotic harvesters, directly solves your labor gap. They complete those incredibly labor-intensive tasks safely, efficiently, and exactly on time. They work day and night without fatigue, ensuring your planting and harvesting windows are perfectly met every single season. Next up is Section 5, Dual-Use Land through Agrivoltaics.
Let's explore how agrivoltaics allows farmers to combine solar energy and crop production on one single plot. It's a fascinating concept. Dual-use solar projects completely prevent us from having to choose between food security and renewable energy. You are literally harvesting the sun twice on the exact same acreage.
The crucial takeaway here is that elevating these solar panels creates a really beneficial microclimate. These dual-use solar systems provide much-needed shade for high-value crops, which wildly improves your soil moisture retention and protects against heat stress. At the exact same time, they generate an entirely new, extra-clean power revenue stream. You can even allow sheep to graze underneath the panels to naturally handle the vegetation maintenance, which just further reduces your mowing costs. It's a win-win.
Finally, let's jump to Section 6, your tech adoption roadmap.
Okay, here's your step-by-step checklist for starting your very first precision agriculture project. First, adopt simple modular software apps. These let you integrate IoT sensors without needing a computer science degree. Second, utilize equipment-as-a-service financing to easily manage those upfront costs. Third, create a practical roadmap to test new autonomous equipment on small pilot plots before fully scaling. Now, if you're a beginner looking for a quick guide to prioritize your first tech investment, here are 5 low-cost pilot projects you can literally start next week. 1. Deploy a basic wireless soil moisture sensor. 2. Subscribe to a simple crop analytics app. 3. Hire a drone scouting service for 1 season. 4. Run a variable rate fertilizer test on a single acre. Or 5. Put smart activity collars on a small control group of your livestock. And remember, to protect these investments, stick to simple, low-cost maintenance tasks. Just wipe down the solar panels on your field sensors, calibrate your moisture probes seasonally, update your drone firmware, and check battery health regularly.
To pull it all together, we've structured a phased transition timeline designed specifically to minimize operational disruption during your tech integration. In month 1, just deploy your soil sensors and software. Easy. By month 6, phase in your automated livestock monitoring systems. And by year 1, scale up your autonomous machinery based entirely on the success of those small pilot plots we just talked about. You gradually adapt to the data before ever making massive, risky fleet overhauls. I want to leave you with this final thought and question to consider today. Which technology are you going to prioritize first? When you sit down and actually calculate the specific return on investment for new farm technology, it proves that adopting these tools isn't just about modernizing. It's about ensuring your farm's survival, maximizing your efficiency, and securing profitability for generations to come. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Now, go look out at your fields, pick that first pilot project, and let's get growing.